Sean, frustration again. Your thoughts on today's defeat?
Yeah, I mean, broken record time. I can't remember, I don't know about Everton before my time here, but I can't remember the stats being that high here. 23 efforts at goal, 50-50 on the possession. I think we both agree it was mainly us in the attacking area of the pitch. 45 entries into the box of quality, 15 for them. I mean, these stats are just usually bring more than we got today, but the biggest stat we've got to get right is the scoreline. I have to keep saying it as it is because I'm telling the truth. I mean, the Evertonians here today saw it, everyone saw it, and you just go, it's very difficult, when I'm watching the team with so much quality, getting in them areas and not taking the chances. I mean, it is. But sometimes I said to him after the game, you've got to get hurt to score a goal. I mean, there's a chance today when people just don't have that desire to go and score a goal. I'm not on about the beautiful chances because there's plenty of them today, or very good chances, clean chances as I call them. I'm on about the scruffy ones. I'm on about things flashing across the box. I'm on about getting hurt to go and score a goal. And there's not enough of that at the moment because that takes a devilment inside you when you just go, right, I am going to get there before the defender or the keeper or whatever it may be. And I don't think we're doing that well enough.
I know you won't want to pass it on to the players, but the facts are there again that it was largely a positive performance. It was, no doubt about it, in the first half we were by far the better team. But how much is it the players to you said it last week after West Ham, just to step up and start throwing themselves and taking these chances?
Well, we found the freedom. I said to him, it's a strange psychology in football because when we had the 10 points taken away, it was such a blow to everyone. It was almost like everyone galvanised the whole. And I don't think we weren't lacking that, as we've spoken about before. But it seemed like it became a free hit, and no surprise to anyone. The crowd went with us. Everyone goes with us. We're scoring goals. We're winning games, and they just seemed to get tighter over this period of time. And I said to him, the expectation is the same: win games for yourselves, for the Everton Football Club, for your mates, for the badge. I said that's what you do. And I said, but that devilment in the box and that desire to go and get the last touch, that desire to put in the net, it's got to be a constant, and that's the bit we're lacking. I said to players, it can't always be. You've heard me talk about this in the week, actually, in the media. Not every goal can be a beautiful goal. Now, we got in some amazing chances today where we should be scoring, and we don't. But then if you can't score them, what about scoring the ugly ones? What about scoring the fight scene ones? What about scoring the ones? What about their lad sprinting to get a toe on the ball to then get fouled to get a penalty? You could see he's deliberately done it, and I've got no problem with it. What I'm saying is, go and get hurt like that. He's willing to get hurt because our defender comes through to win the ball. If he misses the ball, he's going to hit him, which he did. But he's willing to get hurt to get a penalty, and that's what we've got to change. The ability to get hurt to go and score a goal. It's a hard thing to explain, but I'm sure people who watch this will be understanding what I mean.
We came flying out of the blocks. It was such an impressive start, and then to tip of everything that they have one counter, they go 1-0 up from the penalty.
I can't say how frustrated I am. I'm trying to speak calmly about a situation which is incredibly frustrating when we come to Old Trafford and deliver a performance like that and yet don't win.
And even at 2-0, you felt, watching it, certainly from the Evertonians, one goal, we could have got back into it.
Absolutely. That was the challenge at half-time. So let's not worry about anything else than scoring one goal. So let's start with just scoring one goal and let's see where it takes us. And we didn't find that goal, despite still second half creating chances. I mean, look, there's a lot to like in the performance, but at the end of the day, I'm never naive enough to say that the biggest stat you'll ever want is the scoreline. And that's got to be right, and it's got to be in your favour. That's the bit we're missing.
Quite a few substitutions. You look to shake things up. Was that purely tactical or any knocks?
No, I don't think so. I haven't heard anything yet. But no, we're looking at the players. We're looking at different ways we can open it because we couldn't open up, even though we were getting chances. Couldn't open up that final moment. So how many different ways could we try and find a chance? Pleased to say they came on and activated. We did find more chances before them and with them. So that's kind of weirdly pleasing that they're active and they want to make a difference. But yeah, it's just incredibly frustrating. To come here and put them stats on the table against the Man U side at Old Trafford is unusual in my experience. Not just for my teams, but other teams that I've seen play here. And we come away without a win, or at least a point. I mean, at least something from the game, and that is incredibly frustrating once again.
A 3-week break now. Do you think you could use this advantage just to take a step back and regroup going into the final 10 games?
Well, we want to. There's no guarantees, of course, but we want to remind them of the good side of all these performances while putting that demand on the next part of it. So what is it that changes, the situation? What is it that occurs when we take responsibility? And that's where we're trying to get to. So that's certainly going to be part of the demand of the next 3 weeks.
And for you and your coaching staff, what is the key message? Because ultimately it's keep playing like we're playing, but get that ball at the back of the
We're
net.
all together. We're all together. Make no mistake. I lead it. I've got no problem with that. But we've got to stay with the consistency of what we're doing. But add that, like I said, the only way I can describe it is the will and demand to get hurt, score a goal. It means that much where you will score a goal. You will beat the defender to the charge. You will head it in a manner. You will hit it in a manner. All these things. And I think when you get tight, the freedom and that goes a little bit, of course there's a bit of that. But at the end of the day, we're the only ones that can change it.
And just finally, I spoke to Dwight a minute ago, and he said the importance of keeping the belief because, I'm not saying this because it's Everton TV, but week in, week out, the performances are there, and there's no bias in that. They are.
No, absolutely. I try and tell the truth about when we're not right and when we are right. In this sort of games, we've been right a lot. So therefore, it's a collective responsibility that we change, not just a good performance, making them winning performances. And that's the key.
Thanks.
Thank you.